What's up guys, Mike McIntyre here from All Things Sports, bringing you a brand new video today to talk to you about a review of the brand new Storelli SpeedGrip Insoles. Before we get started though, I'd like to give out a quick shout out to the sponsor for this video. I'd like to thank Passion Soccer Boutique for sponsoring this video, for hooking me up with the SpeedGrip Insoles. Without them, this video would not be possible. If you guys are interested in SpeedGrip Insoles or any sort of soccer lifestyle equipment for yourselves, be sure to check out Passion Soccer Boutique. So this is something very new on the market. It's supposed to rival the sort of Trusox brand. It's supposed to accomplish the same effect. You're supposed to get a new performance benefit from gaining more traction in your shoes, and these SpeedGrip insoles are supposed to get you to that next level, if you will. You can use them in soccer, you can use them in rugby, you can use them in any sort of sport that you are looking to gain an advantage in traction. They're supposed to rival the Trusox, just in a different way. These are supposed to be performance enhancing insoles that you slip into your shoe. Remove the previous insole, slip these into your shoe, and now you're getting a little bit more traction with your foot and the shoe, leading to increased speed, increased power, increased traction, and all these things to better your performance. So we are going to take a look at these guys. I'm going to do this video in two parts. This is going to be the initial unboxing, and then I'm going to do an official review after I've worn these myself, and I'll tell you exactly firsthand what these things were like. The Storelli SpeedGrip insoles are replacement insoles, essentially. You're going to take your insoles out and replace them with these ones. They do offer them in different sizes, small, medium, and large, and each sort of size range is targeted to a specific foot group. So they do have their official sizing on the back. Small will be for foot sizes 4 to about 7.5. 7.5, 8 to 10 is going to be a medium size, and 10 and above will be a large size. Now, these insoles are trim friendly, I suppose. So what you can do is take the insole out of your old shoe, sort of, put it on top, trace out the exact shape of your old insole, and then slightly trim off the extra material that these insoles may have. For me, I think I've already tried it with my old insoles when I was getting them. I was able to take my old insoles out, put them on top, and I don't think I'm gonna have to trim these at all, just because I'm lucky enough that my foot is pretty much the exact size as this. So I don't think I'm gonna have to trim them at all, but if you need to, they are meant for that. You are able to trim them around just so you can get the actual fit, and they even have actual guidelines right here on the outside of the shoe right here. So you can see they have like these little lines that they build into the bottom of the outsole, and those are almost trim guidelines. So once you trace out the actual shape of your insole, you can use those lines as guide to help you cut out the perfect shape for your foot size. So the SpeedGrip insole is a very unique shape, as you can see right here. This is a normal insole, apart from this extra teal tab piece that you have right here. So essentially this is creating a nice cup, a nice piece of lockdown for your heel to sit into. So once this is in a shoe, you have this very nice sort of wrap around your heel, and this sort of cups your heel nicely and grips the back of your shoe as well, so that you get ultimate performance, ultimate traction within the shoe. Same idea as the Trusox. The Trusox have those foam pads that rub up, that sort of go up the back of the heel part of the sock as well. This is the exact same idea. The first part of the video was an unboxing portion, just to show you what was in the box, how these things come, what they're made out of, and what they look like essentially. But now I have worn them, and I've worn them in a couple of different situations. So I will explain that in this part of the video. I'll explain what I like about them, and I'll explain what I don't like about them, and what I think Storelli needs to do to make this an even better product. The first thing I will say is I've worn these in a couple of different situations. I wore them in Puma shoes, Nike shoes, and Adidas shoes. I'm lucky enough to own a pair from 3 different brands, so I'm able to test these out in the different shoes across different brands and just see how they perform. And the first thing I need to talk about is fit. In Nike and Adidas shoes, the insoles fit very, very well, and I'll show you why in a moment. But in Puma shoes, they didn't fit well at all. Puma has an anatomical design. All their shoes come with the point being at the big toe, as you can see by this insole right here. This is out of my Puma Evo Power Vigors. They're not perfectly flat. The insole has a bit of shape to them. There's a bit of a cutout here for the arch. These are out of my Adidas A17.1 leather shoes, and these are out of my Nike Hypervenoms. You can see here that in every sort of way you look at them, they're very, very similar. They're thin, they have a similar design. There's a small cup on the arch for the heel, but that's about it. If I put one on top of the other, you can see that they they line up pretty well. This is a good way of comparing shoe width as well. You can see if I put them this way. This is why we say that Nike shoes are slimmer than Adidas shoes. I can fit the Nike insole right there, and you can just see that there's a bit of green from the Adidas Ace insole just on this side, so they are a little bit wider. Throw in the Puma insole, and now there's a big difference. You can see how the point covers the other sides. The arch is rather excessive there, let's say. It does stick out quite a bit, so you can see how the three insoles vary quite differently. The Puma one is completely different, whereas these two are rather similar. So if I take the Storelli insole and I place it on top of my Puma one right here, this is the Storelli insole right here, this one is the Puma insole, and if I turn it around this way you can see that that is the Puma insole, and they just don't line up at all. Now if I were to take the Storelli insole and place it on either the Nike or the Adidas one, right, if I put the Nike one right there, it is a very similar shape. The Nike one covers up the Storelli insole rather well. The Storelli one covers up the Nike one rather well, so no matter which way you put it, there's slight differences obviously, but not nearly as much as on the Puma one. And again, if I take the Adidas insole, put one on top of the other, they fit almost exactly the same. So there you go, you can see the Storelli one covers up the Adidas. That is my first point. If you are wearing these in a Puma shoe, it's probably not the best idea. You could try trimming them, but you're gonna have to trim them excessively to fit properly in a Puma shoe, just because of the unique shape that they use. In an Adidas shoe or a Nike shoe, these are gonna be just fine. You may have to trim them a little bit to fit the exact shape of your insole, but they will fit within the shoe rather well. The second thing I wanna say is I tried them with normal socks and Trusox. With Trusox, they just felt like there was tons of grip. You don't really notice a difference. Just because the Trusox are already giving you grip, this is adding grip, so it's not like you feel more grip. You just feel that your foot is locked in and you feel like you're not really going anywhere. Normal socks on this insole, there is a big difference. There's a noticeable difference. There is a performance benefit. Your foot is locked in place. It doesn't slide around. The insole itself, its primary goal is to provide you with better traction and more performance. And I have to say that the insole actually does that. Whatever material they've used here, this microfiber suede-like material they've used on top, it does work and it does grip your foot in place. That being said, there is a problem. At least in my opinion, there's a problem. Their design back here, the design of this heel tab is not very good in my opinion. It doesn't fit in most shoes comfortably. Of course you can try to peel this little peel and stick off, but there is an issue with that as well. If you use these in more than one shoe, like me, I wear several different shoes, right? You're gonna peel this off and now you're not able to change shoes. You're gonna stick them in one shoe, and if you peel it off, you'll probably be able to get them out, but if you peel it off, now that sort of stickiness, that glue material, is probably not good to actually stick and lock down in another shoe. So that's one thing. If you have more than one shoe, you probably will need more than one pair of insoles, and that could get expensive, given that these retail at 50 bucks for an insole. So that's one drawback, and the other drawback is this heel tab. It just doesn't fit in shoes very well. It's sort of designed to fit across a variety of different shoes, but at the same time, it doesn't fit in one perfectly well, if you understand what I mean. So right now, if I put this in a shoe and I slide my foot in place, this gets bunched up, and the reality is your heel is now no longer touching the back of the shoe. There's this material in the way. This insole is now adding a layer of material between your heel and the actual shoe itself, so it doesn't feel good, it's not comfortable, and it moves around and it just doesn't fit quite right. So I don't think that is a good design. Do they work in providing you a better performance, better grip? Yes. However, they take away from the sort of comfort and feeling of the shoe itself. So in that aspect, I think the product needs a little bit more work, but in giving the shoe more grip and a better performance, or as a replacement for Trusox, I think they're definitely onto something. I think this is a good idea from Storelli. I think it can sell. I think it can be a good product, but they just need to address that heel tab, in my opinion. That's it, guys, for my play tested review of the SpeedGrip insoles. Are they worth 50 bucks? I'm not so sure. If you're someone that's interested in soccer gear and testing out the latest products, go for it. You won't regret that experience. If you're looking at these as an investment to better your game and have the same sort of comfort that you're currently experiencing and gaining grip, you're probably not going to get that. You're going to gain the grip, but again, I don't think it's going to feel as natural and as comfortable because you now have this piece of material between your heel and the shoe. So that is it. That's my play tested review. I want to thank Passion Soccer Boutique for sponsoring this video, giving me the opportunity to try these out. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. I'll definitely get an answer out to you. And that's it for today's video, guys. Mike McIntyre, All Things Sports. Thank you for watching. I'm signing off for now. Take care. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, smash that like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing for more videos. See you guys next time on All Things Sports by Mike McIntyre.